to Rising Rituals with Ray. I'm Ray, and the whole purpose of this segment is to basically give you a little juice to go into your day with, give you a little energy, give you a little perspective. A lot of times we wake up and it's a total Russian roulette. 9 times out of 10, first thing people do is check their phone before they even say their gratitude or before they even go use the bathroom, right? So, in doing that, it makes it so easy and so simple for life to take control of you. And in this segment, the whole purpose is for you to take control of your life. So, as you're going to work or as you're getting ready for your day, or if you just need a little encouragement for the day, this is for you. Excuse me, I just came from a walk. It was brisk out there. Drink a little coconut water real quick. Okay, today is Love Day. Everybody, I think it's an international holiday, but definitely a holiday in the US, Valentine's Day. And for whatever reason, also shout out all Scorpios because Scorpios were made around this time frame. But I feel like a lot of people get depressed around this specific holiday if they do not have a significant other or someone who they can share this holiday with. And I would like to really just dive into the subject of self-love. You are enough. You have enough. And you don't need someone else to make you feel special on a Gregorian holiday. Okay? I want that to be clear. Like, you do not need someone else to tell you literally anything about who you are, what your worth is, and that you're special, because you are special and you should know that in self. So let's talk about what self-love is first. And let's talk about how to express self-love. A lot of people think self-love is like mani-pedis, getting your hair done. Donnie Wiggins recently said on the Social Proof podcast, that is not self-love, that's maintenance. And I love that. That's maintenance. Like, I have to get that done in order to uphold certain, that's like taking care of yourself. But self-love goes deeper than that. I like to use the analogy of like mother and child, right? When you were a child, your mother gave you everything you need, some of the things you wanted, but was always looking out for your safety, your well-being, and your optimal growth, and at least my mother did that. Like, my mother disciplined us. Like, she disciplined us. So it's important to do that and express love in the same way to yourself. I like to visualize myself as a child, and I give myself, like my future self, I say it all the time, like, when my future self or when my past self looks out for my future self, like, oh, you was considerate to yourself, like, and that's the thing, like, looking out for yourself in the past and looking out for yourself in the future. So when you operate right now in a space of self-love, what that means is, what am I doing today? And hear me now. What am I doing today that will benefit me tomorrow? A lot of times, especially with technology, especially with the way that things are moving in our society, and with everything is speeding up, we're going through this quickening right now. And so we've experienced a lot of, how do I put it, expectation of things to happen fast. You expect to work out one time and you're supposed to be snatched. Like, that's not how it works, right? You have to do it consistently. And your unconscious mind works the same way. Your unconscious mind picks up signals based off of what you think, what you verbalize, and what you do. So when you engage in an action, a conscious thought, unconscious thought, or a habit, when you engage in it regularly, you are sending signals to your unconscious mind that this is your purchase order. This is what you want. This is what you are demanding from your unconscious mind. And then the unconscious mind delivers that to you. So this is where manifestation comes from. But self-love, your self-love journey is so important to get to a level of manifestation first. Let's take me for example. Back in 2017, and a lot of you have heard this story before, but back in 2017, it was like a very challenging time for me because I lost everything. I was, first off, like in a space of like hustling before that, and then ended up losing all the money in my account due to like online fraud. I ended up like losing my vehicle. I've established my first LLC and ended up losing that because I got into a major car accident that totaled my vehicle. So I wasn't able to, it was just a lot of things that happened. I was like in the process of about to lose my apartment. It was like a lot going on. It was like a series of unfortunate events for real. And so, and I'm grateful for this now because of the things that I learned in that moment. I learned a couple of things. One, first off, I called my father, and my father and I had a very strained and stressed relationship for a long time. So I called my father and I was like, look, Dad, I need help. Like, I am about to get kicked out of my apartment in the next week if I don't come up with XYZ amount of dollars. And he like dismissed me basically. He was going on a trip, he dismissed me and I felt away. I was angry. Let's be real. I was angry. And I was like, you owe me. Like I deserve, like I'm your daughter. Like, and I came up with all of these reasons and I stacked and stacked and stacked these emotions on top of each other until I realized after I fell flat on my face that no one was coming to save me. It doesn't matter what you think someone else owes you. It doesn't matter what you think that you deserve from somebody else. If you're not willing to give it to yourself, no one else is going to treat you that way. Same thing in relationships. You can't give it all up and then later down the line expect them to cater to you and treat you and take you out and pamper you because you didn't set that precedence from the beginning. It's just like buying something on a discount and then after trying to convince somebody of its value. You have to first pour into self. And what I mean by that is in that situation with my father, I had to realize nobody is coming to save me. I have to save me. I am the ruler of my universe. I am a divine reflection of source. So whatever I need, it's already within me. And I had to take a few months. It was longer than a few months. It was probably like a year and a half of like really focused work. Like I was on the bus for like 8 months or so, 2 hours each way to and from work. I had 2 jobs. The jobs were like within a mile from each other, which was a good 30 minutes away from where I was living. And so some of them days, like I had a couple hours in between the first job and the second job, and I just had to like figure it out. How do I hang out without spending money? I would go to the park. I would just walk around Walmart, like until I had to go to my Target job. And then I would get off at 10 p.m. and then had to take, a 30-minute bus ride or a 2-hour bus ride back, get back at, it was a 30-minute car ride, but I had to take 2 buses. I had to wait for the, what is it called? Transfer or whatever. I had to wait for the second one and then hop on the bus. And then, it was a 2-hour situation. And sometimes I would have enough time to go back to my house and spend like literally 15 minutes. I would take my dog outside, get some food real quick, take him back inside and hop right back on the bus and go back. Like I had a pass. So, and it was like, how else do you spend your time, So it was a struggle for a while, but that built character in me that showed me that this is what you have to do to dig yourself out of the mess you made. Right? I made that mess. I can't blame anyone else. I made that mess. And a lot of us, a lot of time, are looking for scapegoats. So self-love is realizing that you are responsible and being responsible. right? You have to do the disciplined things now for the gratification later. Stop expecting to do something right now and get instant gratification, because oftentimes the instant gratification is not something that's going to really deliver you your true happiness. Instant gratification things are things like alcohol and drugs and things that you use to pacify, sex, right? All of these things, they feel good in the moment, but if you're not consistently putting in the energy towards something that'll be good for you in the long run, that fleeting feeling, it's gone in a moment. And then there you are chasing your next fix. You get what I'm saying? So, self love is not just pampering yourself, it is realizing that you need the discipline. It is realizing that you are responsible and taking responsibility before you get into this crazy mess, right? Taking the responsibility, looking out for your future self in the now. And so, what does that look like? What that looks like is, how are you taking care of your body? You know, you feed your body every single day, but what are you feeding it? Are you feeding it that instant gratification, burgers and cookies and milkshakes and fries? Are you feeding it instant gratification, or do you take time and energy and put it into your food? Are you feeding yourself nutrition? It might not taste as good as them burgers and fries, trust me, I know. But at the same time, it's better for you. It's good for your health, right? Versus something that's tearing your health apart. Now, you might not realize it in the moment. And that's the thing about instant gratification. It feels good now, but it feels worse later. And so when it comes to self-discipline, doing the things that might not feel as good now in order to experience the benefit later. Like, I just got off a walk. Listen, I slept kind of funny last night. So I got this crick in my neck and I didn't even want to go for the walk, but the sun is shining. You know, I'd like to step into a space where I am consistent in all things that I do. How you do one thing is how you'll do everything. So, becoming consistent in all things that you do, that is the key to success. Consistency. You ask any entrepreneur, I'm consistent, right? So, I got up and went for the walk, and I still got this crick in my neck. It loosened it up a little bit. Like, I wasn't able to put my ear to my shoulder earlier this rising. I can do that, but it's still tight. It still hurts, right? But even though it hurt, even though it was a challenge to physically do that, I still went out for a 2-mile walk, right? And so it is making those little sacrifices for yourself because it's going to pay back later. Listen, we got a retreat coming up in May. I need to have my body right for that. So start now, right? Start in February. Start while it's still kind of cold outside. And no matter what, continue. And let's say, for example, there's a snowstorm, right? Oh, you can't go for a walk in a snowstorm. No, but you can do an indoor workout. You can do high intensity workout. You could do yoga. There's so many things you can do. And I feel like a lot of the times we allow excuses to stop us and hold us back from what we are actually capable of doing. So self-love, and I want you to take this into your day, because a lot of people are looking for this outwardly. But first, you must become. You must be. You have to have an identity shift. That's why I changed my name to Ray. A lot of you know me as Tiny or Tynika. A lot of you know me as Ray. I had to have a huge identity shift because you can't start doing things if you don't first believe that that is within you, right? And a lot of us have held on to the programming of our identity from others, our family, our friends, our significant others, our past lovers, right? And a lot of us are holding on to the identity of the titles and the descriptors that these people used for you, but you know who you are. You can't allow someone else to tell you who you are. You know what you know about you. That is something that Ernestine Morrison said this rising in the morning meetup. Shout out Ernestine, shout out the morning meetup. She was, we were all in a Zoom this rising, and she said, you know what you know about you. Can't nobody take that from you. Can't nobody tell you who you are. You know who you are. And so to walk in that confidence, to walk in that, and she said confidence is just a higher level of self-love, right? A lot of y'all who are walking around here with low confidence, low self-worth, giving it out to everybody, it's because you don't love yourself enough to build yourself up. So what I'd like for you to do is I would like for you to imagine the person you are aiming to become. Just for a second, just close your eyes and just imagine, what does that person visually look like? How are they dressed? Right? What do they do for a living? How do they serve the world? How do they give back? Now I want you to ask yourself, how does that person operate on a daily basis? What type of habits does that person have? What types of activities does that person partake in? What's the lifestyle like? And just visualize what that looks like. Put yourself in that moment. Now I want you to visualize a mirror in front of you. Are you the same person? Does that mirror reflect that person that you just imagined? If not, it's okay. Most of us, it doesn't. We have to do the work. And that's why your healing journey is so important. And your healing journey begins with self-love. So if you're looking in that mirror and who you are in this moment does not match who you are aspiring to become, you have every opportunity every single day to change that. And it doesn't happen overnight. It happens through choice. It happens in every moment, in every instant. How are you responding? How are you reacting? How are you carrying yourself? What are you feeding yourself? Are you choosing to do the disciplinary things and to do the workouts? Or are you choosing the instant gratification of Netflix and burgers? You choose in every single moment. And if you're not where you want to be in this moment, if you're not where you want to be in your life, then change your habits, change your mindset, change your perspective, give yourself more love. You know, if you feel a way that you're not able to celebrate this Gregorian holiday today, who said? Because you don't have a partner. You are the partner. Take yourself out. Give yourself flowers. Thank yourself. Put the rose petals on the bed for you. Because you deserve that. And until you begin to pour into yourself the way you wish someone else would pour into you, you're not going to get exactly what it is that you're looking for. Pour into self. Pour into you and become that person in your vision. Breathe into that. Open your eyes and come back to the room. But breathe into that. Become that. First, you must be. Becoming is the first step. In order to become or to believe, there is be, the root word in there. You must be first. And then once you are here, that will inspire the action. That will inspire you to change your habits. My computer just went to sleep. That's really weird. How you gonna go to sleep while we going live? But that will inspire the action. That will inspire the doing. So being is the input for doing. And then once you do the action, once you're continuous, repetitious, then guess what happens? Then you will have, right? So being is the input for doing, and doing is the input for having. Be, do, have. First become, then take the action. And then the universe will bliss you with all that belongs to you. All right, that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all have a beautiful, magical, manifesting day. I'm so grateful to be able to have these moments in the rising because they're necessary. Give yourself some love, even if you got a partner. Give yourself love today because you deserve it. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a beautiful, magical, manifesting rest of your day and enjoy that self-love, baby. I'll see ya.